I'm gonna kind of get more into the run fits that I talk so much about. Often I try to tell you guys to kind of pull your run fits up first so that you know. But I'm also going to tell you guys that for every adjustment that you make, you have to make a counter adjustment, because you don't want multiple guys playing the same run fit, right? Unless you're in a situation where you know you have to take on like a lead blocker or something like that. You may need one guy to take on the lead block so that the other guy can make the tackle. That would be like the only scenario that would change. But I'm gonna go ahead and set my defense up. Put him up wide. Bolton right there. Debating on putting Kaiser there and then just putting Bolton at the outside, but we'll see. I have to look at him. And then on the outside, we should be out of your boy Rock. Alright, so let me just, before I start, I'm actually going to look at something real quick. I need to compare Bolton with Kaiser real quick. Actually, Bolton and Masterson will be good. Alright, so Bolton is faster. More acceleration. It's a good jumper. Kaiser has a little bit better on the moves. The block chest, I might put him on the inside. Alright, so let's try that. That way I can get more speed on the outside. And then just have a smarter guy that can tackle on the inside. So we get Kaiser right there. Bolton over there, so should look like that. I'll lab it up for a little bit. Ultimately, I just want to kind of test versus different runs. Alright, so I'm thinking you check your run fits, right? The issue here is now you have necessarily no run fit to the outside. So if you know it's a run, what you need to do is you need to accommodate it. So what you can do if you're playing zone is you can blitz the outside defender. That way you have the blitz seam flat on this side and you have the blitz seam flat on the other side. Now I am not mistaken, just check your run fits real quick. So that's the force and the contain. So if he's to the outside, he's going to play to the far outside. If he's playing the run to the right, that's what it should look like. So all I need to do is that right there, because I know Chandler's going to play the inside. Debating on the linebacker crash. Okay, so that worked pretty good. Let's slow it down. Alright, so I know if he sits right there, he's going to take on that fullback. So if my user is not there, that's the gap that's going to open, but we get a nice block shed by Bolton. I slide my linebackers there, alright, so this is where it changes up a little bit. So you might want to try to see what I can get out of Bolton. Trying to see what other adjustments I can do. Because I can slide the linebacker there, and then I can change and get that A gap, right? Whereas if he just stays right there, he's initially going to get blocked, but it will jam up both A gaps. However, your weakness will be like any zone weak run or a power trap run. That'll kind of mess you up a little bit, because see, now we know that in this cover 3 that those safeties are playing those run fits to the inside. Okay, so what your issue is going to be, you might want to user this guy to play that B gap instead of just blitzing him to the outside. So you might want to bring him in there so that that safety can kind of just roam a little bit and wait for him to kick it out and bring it back. So that's another thing that you could do, is just bring this guy over. Now you know he's not in a run fit. Now I could put him in a run fit, like I could blitz him, and I can find him a run fit that looks good enough just to get him picked up. Now see, that was the issue that I was talking about, is that B gap will open up. Now if I just move the linebackers, let's say if I crash the D line, let's say if we slant right with the D line, or I crash down with the D line. I think crash out with the D line might be the best. And then left, 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 clear shifts. Shouldn't look like that, I don't think. Just work on it, fellas. We're gonna work on it. So if I don't want to crash out with it, so let's say I take the D line and crash, and then go to linebacker, clear shifts. D line, clear shifts. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. Clear shifts ain't gonna do too much. It's gonna take the play off. So my issue is going to be, like, even if I run it to this side, I would have to come to the outside. I could crash out and then reassign the seam flats. That way I can get that D-line to play those gaps a little bit better. Now, the issue now is your readjusted seam flats aren't necessarily technically playing a run fit, whereas let me go back out here and pick the play again because it's bugging out. Let's see. outside. Okay. I really want to do it versus well, not really I form. Really just lean back. I wonder if there's like a random single back. All right. 1, 2, 3. Debating which is the best way to run this. Because I think it should be like this. And then you show the blitz, because this is the only cover 3 where that third safety will play a run fit. The only cover 3. That's why it's so good versus RPOs. The only thing is now your corners are playing press. So usually I will play off press on the backside corner. Because usually the short side corner, the field, the 2 receiver side, most of the time they're not just running the straight streak. They're going to be running like some type of post or an in route or something. They're going to run into that third or that bluff blitz. Remember, fellas, this right here that Webb is in is not a mid-read. This is a bluff blitz, okay? You can't make that assignment for safeties. It is just how the play is, because I could run that same thing from a D lineman. Notice it's the same thing? That's what it is. It is a bluff blitz. It will play the running back or the tight end on those short routes, okay? Y'all need to understand that, okay? So without further ado, and it also plays a run fit, which is good. Now it's going to be a little bit delayed on its run fit read, because usually sometimes when they're playing the run fit, they're going to take on a block, okay? So don't be like, oh, he's supposed to be right there and he's supposed to just shoot the gap unblocked. No. Run fits means you're responsible for taking a guy on so that you can free up space for someone else, okay? So like I said, just try to find the best. So if I slide the D line, I think it's probably best if I do that. Now my issue here is just contain third safety. So he's going to play that regardless. So I just probably have to slightly move him in. It almost looks like a hybrid 3-4. And look at her. Now, what I really want to kind of get into is really like the pitch runs and stuff, and how to change off, certain run fits that you're playing. So I'm going to pick a run play so that you guys can understand. So like, let's say I want to defend a toss, okay? Now usually you would play a cover 2 to defend the toss. Now I know in a cover 3 that outside thirds are not playing run fits. Now how do we fix that? Okay, one thing that you can do is you need to change the run fit. So in order to change the run fit in this situation, we're going to need to change his assignment to a blitz, okay? Now if you look, now you notice he's playing a run fit, okay? Without run committing, we just added someone to the equation. Now, because we added him to the equation of the run fit, there's going to be a situation where you got different types of run fits on here, as what we're seeing. The red run fits are blitz. That means they're coming in no matter what, whether it's a pass or a run. The purple run fits are coverage purple, orange are coverage, and brown is usually the force contain, the last line of defense to stop the run, meaning that you're not going to be shooting gaps with the force or contain. His job is one purpose only: stay in front of the run. Wherever he goes, you stay out in front of the run. Okay? That's his assignment. Now, as far as closing that run fit up, like I said, we just got it like that. Now what I could do is change up how I want to do the run fit assignment. So I might want to move him over like that. And if I don't like a specific run fit, like let's say I want to crash to the right. Now, if you try to change, like after you do a D-line adjustment, notice that they're not going to play run fit anymore. Okay, so we changed their assignment. So now, because we did that, so let's say if I crash down and then reassign them, we know that those seam flats are going to play pass first. Okay, that's basically pass committing them without pass committing. Okay, because now they're not going to play the run fits, but your run fits will be out wider, which could be good, but time will tell. So we're just going to run the play. We know it's a toss, and look at there, we get to the outside. We're going to slow it down for you guys. Really, I just want to kind of look at how the seam flat, notice how the seam flat initially it'll kick out first. It'll play the pass first, meaning it'll freeze on the run. Okay, whereas the guys that are blitzing, they're engaging someone immediately. Okay, so now that we see this, we can make our adjustments, right? So initially he's playing a run fit, right? So we can add another to the equation and then just reassign him in a seam flat so that he's not going to play. Let me see. That's with the D-line adjustment. So if I slide the D-line, I don't like how he's so close. I don't want him right there. I really just want him out wide. Okay, so then try it like that. So that's where we should be looking like. And then he's going to be responsible for that run fit right there. So we should be able to take Kaiser just like that. Slow it down for you fellas. Helps to have linebackers with at least 2-3 pass rush points. Not a lot, but can also play coverage so that you can get those little quick finesse moves like that. That's the advantage of this double A gap. Like, it can be very good if you use it right. And what I like right here is after I did that adjustment, notice how the seam flat over the left, he didn't bite down on the run. He immediately played the pass with the readjusted seam flat, which is good, especially like if they try to run a toss to the other side, because the blitzing defender is going to take on the block. He's going to run around the block, and then he's going to be able to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, so right here is pretty much the same ordeal, but see, just blitzing the corner, make him take a block on so that your guy doesn't get picked up by the fullback. Okay, so that's just basically run defense one-on-one, is just add someone to the box equation that usually isn't. You could double base align it, because if you try to man align it or just press him to bring him down, yeah, he'll come down, but he'll come down too close. You don't want him to come down too close. Notice how this side is already set with a seam flat in the blitz. That's exactly the way you want this side. So if you double base align it, you can get them to line up just like that. Now, again, we'll do the adjustment with the redistributed seam flat. And I guess we'll get on the guy right here. Now, I could put him in a spy and create a nano. Look at her. Slow it down for you guys again. Alright, so just look at her. Boom. Consistency is the key, guys. That's the main thing. Anytime you set a defense load, that's what you want. Alright, so that's the toss run, right? Let's say we're dealing with inside zones. I mean, a lot of people come out in these heavy sets trying to do these inside zone runs. So we're going to use the same defense. Give me one sec. Alright, so let's get back into it. So let's say they're coming out in this I form type. Now I think I was having issues with it last night. I didn't have no lab work versus power trap runs, and I was getting eaten alive on that V gap. But you know, that's why you come into the lab, so that you can figure out what it is you need to do. What I'm probably going to do here is that blitz needs to be coming off the side with the receiver, and then I can blitz that backside. So I'll be crashing the D line, seam flat, seam flat. I got to get better on those quick adjusts. I could probably slide the D line over there just like that. Let's see versus the power run. Okay, we got bodies over there, so that's good. Probably make better adjustments. So let's say if I don't move, just put him in the seam flat, show blitz. I probably won't even need that secondary seam flat, because we know he's going to be playing that run fit. So that's the only thing. See, that might be the... Probably won't use it versus I-form type. And that's probably going to be the direction I'm thinking I'm going to go. Because like I said, I was having issues with someone running power traps with me last night. Alright, so I won't use this. I could probably do this out of the 3-4 versus this formation, but like I said, I was going up against this last night, and someone was just killing me with the power trap run with the fullback lead. So, don't use this versus tight sets. Got to kind of go back to the basics, match personnel, right? And you know, I say it a lot, and I try to preach it often, but for the most part, you can use this formation versus single back. You can use it versus like deuce sets, whether it's shotgun deuce or deuce close. You can use it versus doubles, whether it's single back or shotgun. You You can use it versus tight sets, whether it's single back or shotgun. So it's basically any single back formation you can use it. I wouldn't necessarily use it versus gun empty sets. I play gun empty differently. But I'm thinking, you know, you can use this versus gun wing sets. Pretty much any single back formation, really. I mean, you could probably make it work versus like certain I forms versus certain types of runs where you anticipate, like for instance, if I'm dealing with someone that runs the weak eye, right? Most people that run this weak eye, I'm telling you, there's one run that they do, and I'm gonna show you how to stop it. If you see someone come out in this weak close, I guarantee you they're gonna do this full back power, okay, or some variation of it. All right. Sometimes they might try to add some matriculation. They might motion the running back out wide, try to confuse you, make you pass the mid or something. But I guarantee you the fullback is getting the ball, right? So what I'll do is I want to get in that gap. Just like that. Okay, so that if you see someone come out in weak close, you can use this defense. That's the only exception that I have. And the only thing you're going to do is just slide your linebacker to that side, and you're going to get your best finesse rusher right there in front of them. Okay, that's pretty much the best way to do it. That's why I have my depth chart set up. So if they run it flipped, I mean, I know I got Chandler Jones. He's not Max Crosby, but if they run it flipped, I should be able to get the same production. So if I run it flipped and they run it flipped, just slide the linebacker to the strength of the field. There you go. Chandler doesn't necessarily shed, but he can hold his assignment, so it frees up for someone else. That's one thing I do notice about him. So he's not much on the finesse. I mean, he can, but he's not going to be as effective as Crosby at it, but he can hold his guys. So like, if you do see someone come out in weak close, that's going to be your go-to. And often you'll see people come out in this weak close shit on 2-point conversions. You'll see them do that. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you see weak close, this is the defense that you're going to use to stop it. That would be the only exception to the I-forms. You could probably do it versus pro sets or something like I-form Pro or Strong Pro or something like that. You could, but like if it's I-form Titan, you know they're running like Power O and trap runs. That's going to be the weakness of this defense. Okay, so it's just something that you can understand and hear from my mouth. Like, don't just get caught spamming. You know, I know when I lab, I have to, but I'm trying to get through the lab work so that you guys don't have to. But from my experiences these last few days, that much I can say is going to be pretty much solidified in terms of playing defense in the run fits. But like I said, if you don't move those linebackers, it forces them to kick out. That's one thing that I do like about this defense, is they're not going to be able to just run up the A gaps. Like people that run those inside zones, they're not going to be able to run those A gaps easily. They're gonna meet somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna try to play a few games so that you guys can better understand and we can find new situations where people might run new types of offenses, and we want to see what beats us so that we can adapt, so that we know fully, to the fullest extent, what we can use this against. Now, as far as I know, it will work versus any RPO in the game. That is number one. It is the best RPO defense in the game. Okay? Number two, it will work versus any single back set, whether it's shotgun or single back. They have one running back. They have two tight ends. You can use it versus 12 personnel. You can use it versus 13 personnel. As long as they don't have power trap schemes activated, then you should be okay. Just kind of pay attention to how people are running the ball against you. It's like you don't want to be like keep spamming something over and over and over trying to make it work when it's not working. You got to make adjustments, okay? Just try to slow things down a little bit. So I'm going to make that user adjustment by putting Kaiser there instead of Bolton, and use Bolton on the outside. I may opt to make changes. I'm not sure yet. But first and foremost, we just got to get the fundamentals out of the way first, right? Can't just have you guys out there just playing shitty defense. If you follow my channel, you're going to have God Squad defense. And I mix my defense up often throughout the year. I mean, you might see me run something for a while, and I'll probably run every variation of it that I can think and imaginably be possible. And then, you know, I'll get tired of it, and I'll try to find something else, you know, because I got to keep everything fresh for you guys. It's like the beginning of the year, I was running a lot of man coverage with user adjustments, and that's probably, I mean, you can do it, but it's stressful. You know, if you sit there trying to user adjust everything, it becomes a guessing game. And like I said, it could be good or it could be bad. You know, you don't want to be on the latter of that. You'd rather everything to just kind of be a bend but don't break play style, but be aggressive. Kind of a lax in between.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
All right, so I think I was going to do this other thing for all my formations as well. I think that's what I decided on. I think it was too boom. Because I seen it the other day. I'm like, yeah, we can't have that. We love you, Moody, but only for certain plays. Awesome. I love going up against baseline.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. He goes underneath to Abdullah. So they'll get 8 out of that completion.
He's basically going to give me everything I want. As long as he's baseline, we're just going to take advantage of it.
Pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now it's Stidham. Flush to his right. He completes it.
Keep baselining, bro. I'm gonna have my way. Have my way against you.
Working across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
All right. Game plan change activated.
Benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now Stidham on 1st down. A dump off for Abdullah. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
What you gonna do when I start motioning people, my guy? Because I'm gonna find somebody. Especially if you spamming the same D.
I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay
I
game.
throw out a sack. They gotta fix that.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Deion
95.
Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Make sure I got my audible just in case.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
As long as I'm not giving up anything, we good.
The 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion is Grant. On 1st down, they'll run Chubb.
That's on me. I had him for a loss.
Not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Try something.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion is Grant. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Down to the 6-yard
line. Stop with the ball for it.
6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You almost got it, Bolden.
He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Wasn't bad defense. Had a stop and missed.
20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you... He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Stidham's throw taken in by Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They go play action now. Stidham. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. White will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Boy, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go to. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Appreciate it. One of those, anything you can do, I can match. Because that's exactly what we got on that one.
All right, try not to make user mistakes this time. Oh, stop.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
So this probably might not be ideal for me, but except we got to get the lab work.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
The beauty
is the balance that they've created.
Didn't seem too bad.
Opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh my God, that's actually pretty good versus Craig.
He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good shit, Chandler.
To this point, I've been impressed with
Wish he was faster, but
they have not allowed a lot
take
of
what you can get.
to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
36, you got to get that.
On the move past the 40, down the right sideline.
It's only 36.
Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 73.
Might move Jay on over there.
The Browns have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response.
Have Jay on and Diablo on the outside.
We had seen the touchdown.
And then just move Bolton to the inside, maybe.
What we just saw there was a great amount of points. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking for the tying score here, down 15-8 as they have it 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They go play action with Stidham. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's out of bounds, EA. Come on now. If I would have caught that with the same animation, they wouldn't have credited. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, don't cheat me.
Knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's held right at the 25. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In motion is Grant. Now a first down throw. Watson flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Why'd you stop running after him here?
Jakeem Grant. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
You got to do better than that, Chandler.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him.
Have you get through and then just don't make an attempt at him.
But he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackle.
Might have to sub Chandler out for Furrow.
This guy unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Watson on first down. Buying time to his left.
Why'd you turn around?
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown.
36. Play better than that.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
There we go.
I cannot imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. Dancing to his left. And it's complete to Adams. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Throw left side is complete.
Too good at this.
And that is
Get out of that cover 3 cloud.
The first half is winding down, and the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2. They're going to try and run, and he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
What I got to do to get that thing to stop?
So we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to.
Why are y'all stopping?
And here he's got Graham. And he's going to be out of
I think I got to turn the play ball on.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fields this way up at the 17.
Get out of there and set.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they
Oh,
seem to be
what
a
is he
step
doing,
ahead,
guy?
beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Second down, here's Chubb again.
Holden, what is he doing, my guy?
Just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. In motion is Grant. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 46 6 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go with Chubb on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Yeah,
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Handoff up the middle.
There we go.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On second down, right back to Hunt. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage,
Have to
you can
add wrinkles to it.
ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They run it again with Chubb, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them.
Everybody I play, they just play so scared.
I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is.
They gave him that. Are you serious?
The lead up 2 more.
Fix your game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need.
Come back to the ball.
And that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
He's still falling forward. Yeah, I'm not going to play. Even DB's falling forward, man. Come on, man. There's no point playing that. One thing I'm starting to notice is, like, I'll get into games and people will just kind of pussy out. You know, they'll try to play very, 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 very conservative. You know, and they'll be content, you know, with the small yards. It's like they be scared to make plays. Like, they just play so scared. It's annoying, but, you know, that's on me. I can't make mistakes on offense. That's pretty much it. If I don't make mistakes on offense and I get them playing like that, I should be okay. Most of the mistakes you can't control, you know. It's like you'll have a like the interception that I threw when he was out of bounds and they gave it to him. You know, like stuff like that you can't control because you can't challenge it. So on and so forth. I missed the year that we were able to challenge plays online. Able to challenge plays online, injuries. People couldn't just run around with one player the whole game and spam. You know, if you used a player a lot, you took that risk. You know, had issues where I played games, man, and people were playing with Aaron Rodgers and he got hurt and they just got mad and they rage quit because they didn't have a backup. They didn't know how to play with anybody else. But it was all the crybabies, the reason why we don't have injuries anymore in fucking regs. People complaining, we take injuries off. We can't play with. Come on, man. That right there was the demise of regs. People started complaining.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions.
I don't know why I'm receiving the ball first. I shouldn't be receiving the ball first.
More than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Thanks for baselining. Now I know where your third is.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Stidham off play action.
Told you I know where your third is.
Downfield, it's Waller. There he goes.
You tell on yourself when you baseline in a cover 3.
Touchdown Las Vegas. Darren Waller.
Because you only got 1/3. And the minute you baseline, you show me where he's at, it's over.
First score here this afternoon. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up And on that play, not even close.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit him with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
That might actually be intriguing.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, Goff. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
That man just took out his stick from Perryman.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Oh, no.
DeAndre Swift, 50 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked him. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10 now. Stidham. It's complete. Abdullah. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Thanks for baselining. 1 play touchdown activated.
Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down and
baseline again for me, please.
36 yards.
So I can get another big play.
Dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks. Get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Stidham going back to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Love when they play man coverage.
On the first drive, not much has changed here on drive number 2.
Mesh them to death.
And I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Stidham sets to throw on first. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Here's White. And he's in.
This way the offense is supposed to drive, man. I don't know why some games, man, it just be like that bullshit drive that happens. I can't control it. It just happens.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Not going to cover him?
This is caught. Was he in?
Beautiful.
Yes. 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about
you know what's crazy?
You don't know what
I just started really running gun tight, and I probably run it better than your favorite YouTuber. That's sad.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Good shot.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Goff now looking to throw. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be
what do you think, Carr?
this first quarter.
Testing you out right there.
Entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag.
Ain't worried about it. Keep hitting them.
This might be a roughing call. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incomplete.
I love that shit right there. Let's go.
Instead, that mistake resets everything.
You knew that RPO was going to come.
Which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Play that.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So for this offense,
thank you. I know where he's at.
Made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Stidham. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first.
Thanks for baselining.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Stidham. He's going to fire this thing.
Got him. Keep baselining, bro.
He's got a man. Complete.
Bomb the fuck out of that shit.
Out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's
baseline again for me, please.
There for Vegas. 47
Thank you.
yards. And the tight end goes in motion left. Stidham 1st down in the red zone. Oh, the ball
fast to throw Stidham.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire
baseline for me, please.
As percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now it's Stidham. And that is caught.
Keep coming out in that shit like I'm not gonna throw over it, bro.
Devontae Adams from 17 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Might mix it up. I mean, I've seen.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. There's still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A big pickup of 38.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Goff on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions had got it back to within a score. They'll look to throw.
Good shit, Chandler.
Intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
How are you going to give me the juke and still let him get the tackle?
So probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the...
He's going to bomb the fuck out of your defense, bro. You ain't got none.
10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, 81 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
Woo.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
All right.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a first down throw. Gone. And incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Williams, the man in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff, he's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 48 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try to run with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That's really my domain right there. Is I'm good at getting 2-point conversions, and I'm very good at 2-point conversion defense. So I can get separation from my opponents just on that alone.
Like to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
So, I mean, even if they do score, I'm know I got a backbone to something that I'm good at.
Offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Being chased out left.
Oh, come on, Madden.
The mark too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Now it's Stidham. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Thanks for showing me your third.
Tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham.
Jump for the fucking ball.
Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Certainly feels like the classic second
Keep
guess.
forgetting you can't throw that while he's still running it.
Chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. And oh, it's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will make it into the end zone. He's in for 2 points. And how about that for a turnaround prior to halftime? That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. Trying to lay one up deep.
Jump for the ball!
Intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books.
You gotta jump for the ball. Give me user control, EA. Stop with the bullshit.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
I might not be able to. Probably could.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point.
All of these fucking double tackle animations, guys.
How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really
It's like the
strong.
more I see it, the more I miss Madden 10, where you used to be able to have gang tackles. It's like, how can you get it right in Gen 3 and then not get it right? Like, it makes no sense.
touchdown. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Okay, so changing that for single back only. We'll use the doubles version.
Right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
All these stupid animation tackles.
A few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Those safeties.
He's giving him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone.
They gave him that. Are you serious?
Lead up to 6.
Come on, man. Y'all got to do better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone.
Stop making bad players look good. Stop rewarding fucking noobs.
Offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense,
one
big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on this.
Please bring the fucking refs back.
Still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Stidham's throw taken in by Adams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Stidham. He's got a man complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you have the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah,
Really?
it's certainly not at a premium here. A big play there on the catch and run.
Let's give them unlimited stamina.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Swift.
Holding.
And he'll get into the end zone.
He's bringing the refs back.
DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have retaken a third quarter lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one.
Bro.
We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And
Can't put the brakes on it until I get a 2-possession game. So like right now, the game is just helping him way too much.
The Raider offense set to get this drive.
Thanks for running cover 3. Got him.
Certainly, they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field.
You got to fit that pass.
Now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's Stidham to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Avoids him at the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have
defense,
a
just give me a stop.
he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Switch it up.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
It's a DDA game.
And he finally runs out.
This is DDA off play.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to touchdown.
Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time.
So he gets a big return, and now I get a big return. Like, come on, stop. Bullshit. Cover 3, audible cover 1.
They go play action with Stidham. He hits Adams complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stidham. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. 1st down, here's White. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are once again back in front. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Oh, the animation, just run them over and go.
Here, he'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 1st down, gone. Flushed out right. And this is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, Swift. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Goff.
Good fucking shit, Harmon.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Harmon.
And just let fucking Goff hawk a fucking DB down, yeah.
Winning plays. That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try and run it in with White. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Can't play RPOs with the cover 2 stock, bro.
And now once again, the Raiders are going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown.
My 2 possession. It's about damn fucking time. Jesus. Can't be helping people too much.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they
gotta know how to run an offense.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right.
What I'm talking about, Hobbs.
And that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Now my defense wants to play the way it's supposed to.
Take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Fucking sad, yeah.
Neither defense has been at their best.
You restrain defenses from playing the way they're supposed to just to keep the game competitive. You need to fucking stop.
It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Got some for ya.
Bring the tight end in motion right here.
Want to keep that mid-read on the field now?
Oh, Stidham's actually going to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route.
Stop shading over the top.
Use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Stidham. He's got a man complete.
Renfrow out here balling.
Score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Your defense is ass, bro.
Renfrow, 58 yards. And the Raiders
Tampa 2 is a situational defense. It is not an every down defense. I wouldn't get caught dead running it every fucking play.
On the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas.
See what happens when you spam cover 2 the whole fucking game. See how many points I put up on that shit.
Their execution of that play because
what was really aggravating is the help that he got. You know, like he got unnecessary help. That's what aggravates me.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
Why is my guy taking that far of an out?
Past the 20.
I've never had a game where Crosby just didn't just come straight through. Like,
Jamison Williams, 78 yards. And the Lions
it doesn't take Crosby that long.
Understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Come on with the ball forwards.
The 3-score lead, now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late.
It's like in the game. It's like, okay, he's got a 3-possession lead. Let's help this guy out again. Let's keep the game competitively close for no reason. You do away with it, bro. Like, we're catching on to your fucking shit, TA.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. But Charles, a lot of happy faces.
That's just a sad excuse for EA, man. Like that right there. Like, I don't have a bad defense, but that right there is just kind of further proof in the pudding that they'll do whatever they can to help someone that is lower skilled. And I don't like that. Like, that is not, that's not fucking football, bro. It's like, stop helping people. They gave him unnecessary, like, they just let his guys just get wide fucking open for no reason. I had like 700 passing yards. Jesus fucking Christ. They had his receiver in the first quarter, bro. Like, he was just... Like, the first half I did fine. You know, I was getting sacks. You know, everything was playing fine, right? And I thought we were going to have a game. It was 16-6. Tell me how we go from 16-6 to fucking 72-60. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, Madden, fix your fucking game. Stop making shit like this. Like, this, nobody wants to... Like, no one's going to buy Madden 24 if this shit continues. Like, I had a guy... I don't know if I can put him in a bird hook from that position. I try to find that play that it was just... My guys just stopped defending routes, so I can't use Perryman over there, bro. He's too slow. I mean, I could use Kaiser and Jayon in the middle. Kaiser's fine. I just got to find someone else that can run that zone over there. Let's try to see if I can break down a few figures here. I think he had one where he rolled out and ran like a little short cross. I need to go and look at it. See what's happening. Okay, my mid-read played the running back. But my bluff blitz, not mid-read. My bluff blitz played the running back to the flat, and he swapped with the seam flat defender. Seam flat went up the seam and didn't defend the crossers. So what I should have done was just put him in a curl flat. Third, pick him up. Trying to remember which one I was in. Okay, seam flat. fact that he's making that throw while getting hit, that's just... He should have picked him up. Seam flat should have... I don't know why he went to the flat. I probably might start manning that up. Because he didn't have any route coming over there. So I might just, if I audible to this version, man him up. That's about the only thing I can think of. Seam flat on the double side gets manned up. If I know that's what they're doing. He wasn't doing nothing special on defense. I was just able to just go up the sidelines on it. You try to run my play or something? And block a tight end? What it looks like. You try to run that post and 2 verts. Hobbs played that perfectly. If I run this like this, I don't need a seam flat. I need him to be in the third, so I need to be blitzing the non-trip side with this. So this will be different. Okay, I think I got it. You know, when you run a non-auto flip defense, you really just got to go look at your film work and see where you need to flip plays and stuff. So what I think that I was doing wrong, I think I was coming out and it flipped the wrong way. I'm gonna try to lab it up against trips real quick with the other way. Thinking if I do this versus trips and blitz the back side instead of the front side, I think trips would be like the only way. Now, if they motion from trips, then I can blitz the front side. Well, let's see. So if I run this, now I know 55 is not going to do. So I need to find someone that does. So we're going to look at my options. I have a linebacker, but he has like no updates. It's not fast, but he does have agility and acceleration. And he does have change of direction. He's a decent tackler with good hit power. Only thing is, he's not very good at rushes. His block shed is a little iffy. Trying to see what my options are. Good side, he does have the 60 zone that we need. So I'm really stuck between Darren Butler or Luke Masterson to play that position. Butler has a better zone. He's got 54 press. I think that don't matter much. He's 58-61. He's got better zone. He's got 56 play rec. He's got better play rec. He's got 79 pursuit. He's got better pursuit. He's got 65 block shed versus 63 block shed. He's got a 46 57 power, 38 finesse versus a 60 power, 51 finesse. Now, I know that ain't perfect, but he just needs to be able to get off of the line, get off of a blocking fullback or something. So I might use Darren Butler. He does have the 85 hit power. Not much for the jump. His change of direction is a little lackey. You do got a good acceleration. His strength lacks a little. Speed lacks a little. I might have to lab it and see between Darren Butler and Luke Masterson as that sub. Because Perryman already showed he's not that guy. He got good awareness and stuff, but he just can't defend the routes that I want. So what we're going to do, come out in our package. We're going to try each one of them out. So we'll try Masterson over there. We'll put Kaiser here. So it should be Kaiser Brown. I just want to see. This is going to be what we're going to do. Alright, Masterson, we're going to test you out, my guy. So you just bodied over there. Couldn't really tell nothing from that. The play didn't go to his side. There we go. You might have to change that seam flat just to a vertical. You might roll with him. Like, he played it pretty decent. Alright, so versus trips. You run it like this. There we go. Three receivers to that side. You don't want to blitz the three receiver side. So I'm going to need to put him in a vertical. He's spazzed out. Alright, so if I just put it. Oh, that should have been picked. So I might use Masterson. Like he doing all right. Like, I don't see him like he doing all right. He might be the guy we need right there. It's either between him or Bolton, but Bolton be like, I don't know. Let's see. Like, Bolton has tangibles for it. Compare and contrast. Bolton's faster, stronger. Masterson's got more agility. Bolton has better acceleration. Awareness is the same. Masterson better change of direction. Better at catching the ball. Bolton's better jumper. Bolton's a better rusher. Masterson has a decent impact block. So what, 78 impact block? I don't really have so many. We got Kaiser. '78. It's like Kaiser, Masterson, and Perryman are probably my best three for impact blocks. And of those three, Masterson's a better run blocker, but he doesn't have awareness, which that kind of just nips that in the bud. It might be one of the rookies, bro. Like, if I'm just looking at it, like I might move Diablo out. I'm not sure. Then it just comes down to I don't know. I'll probably play with it tonight, fellas, off stream to see, and then I'll probably get y'all some results tomorrow, okay?